Who are the most likely free transfers Liverpool make this summer? Whilst we all dream of Newcastle United's Alexander Isak up front and Bayer Leverkusen's Florian Wirtz behind him, this is the way we do things at Liverpool. These are transfers that will likely happen under FSG's sell-to-buy policy. So let's start with Bournemouth left-back Milos Kerkez. The Serbian-born defender has played 33 games in the Premier League with Bournemouth this season, getting 2 goals, 6 assists and 4 yellow cards. Kerkez, who is also the teammate of Dominic Szoboszlai for Hungary, is a top target, if not the target, for Liverpool this summer. So, why should we sign Kerkez this summer? I think it's quite clear that Andy Robertson's drop-off is starting to affect Liverpool now. This season has made many mistakes, like other people as well, I've got to be honest. But Andy Robertson has made many mistakes, and he just isn't the same player anymore, the same player that had all the energy, the speed, the up and down on the wings. We do need to keep him. I'll be honest there. We do need to keep Andy Robertson at the club, I think. And Kostas Tsimikas would be the one for me to have to depart ways in terms of getting Milos Kerkez in. But Milos Kerkez, we need someone fresh in that position. We need someone fresh at left back. And Milos Kerkez ticks the boxes. He can get up and down the box fantastically well, integrates in the attack, but he's also very, very good at defending. Pretty much like an Andy Robertson in his prime. He's not going to, I'm not going to say he's Andy Robertson in his prime here. That's going to be a hard way to get, but he has got plenty of potential to do that. Andy Robertson, you're just not going to see prime Andy Robertson anymore. I don't think Kostas Tsimikas would ever get to that level Andy Robertson ever did. The question is, can Milos Kerkez get to the levels that Andy Robertson did? And these levels that Andy Robertson got to can never be underestimated. He was up there with the best defenders in world football and has been lauded as being one of the best left-backs to ever grace the Premier League. He's not quite Ashley Cole, but he's certainly up there in the top 3 for me. I think what helps Kerkez is direct way of attacking, especially going forward, his direct way of playing. Pretty much what Andy Robertson used to do when Mane was there. How direct he was. He used to overlap a lot and get forward and even sometimes to get shots off, but his crossing was the main part for Andy Robertson back in the day. And I think that's where Kerkez comes to light. That's where Kerkez is the best at, when he gets forward, bombs forward on the overlap and gets his cross on as well. And also, he's got a pretty decent shot on him at times. Kerkez does have weaknesses, however. I mean, aerially, he's not amazing, but he doesn't need to be. When we've got likes of Kanate, Van Dijk, possibly Huijsen, then we don't really need him to do anything aerially as such. It's just whatever he does great is pretty much what Andy Robertson did great in his heyday, and I think that's the kind of replacement we need. Andy Robertson, not regen, but someone that can replace attributes that Andy Robertson gave us when he was brilliant. So yeah, I would personally get Milos Kerkez in as the left back replacement for Kostas Tsimikas. Kostas Tsimikas would be my sell on. I would then put Andy Robertson into the background, possibly rotational at times if he can play as much as he can. But I think that'll also get the best out of Andy Robertson as well for the latter stages of his career. He's a brilliant player to have around the dressing room, have around the squad. But Kerkez needs to be the main option then next season. So to bring Kerkez into Liverpool, you're talking around the region of £42 million. His current market value is €35 million, but I think Bournemouth would be asking a little bit more for the potential signing of Kerkez because of the season that he's had is Premier League proven, and yeah, they've got no reason to sell him. Whilst you're here, guys, I know all these transfers probably cost a little bit money, but one thing that doesn't cost money is hitting that like button and subscribe button. We want to bring you the best Liverpool content out there. We want to bring you daily Liverpool content, from live to recording things as well. And all you have to do is just like the videos and subscribe to the channel. That's all we ask. Thank you for watching so far, and hope you enjoy the rest of the video. So from one Bournemouth player to another Bournemouth player, Dean Huijsen, 20 years old, centre-back for Bournemouth, has been outstanding. Absolutely outstanding this season. Has attracted so many people across Europe. So many clubs across Europe. Real Madrid, Chelsea, Arsenal, all interested in the centre-back. Liverpool being amongst those as well. So far in the Premier League, Dean Huijsen has 22 appearances, 2 goals and 1 assist with 7 yellow cards to his name. So, Huijsen would be the ideal Van Dijk replacement. However, bringing him in now would be the best solution To bring him in, give him some competition for Konate, give competition for Van Dijk, let these players rest and rotate now and then to keep them fresh for the big games. Huijsen would be the perfect one to then eventually take over Van Dijk in a couple of years' time. However, we have a major problem. Liverpool work on a sell-to-buy policy, meaning we have to maybe get rid of someone in the centre-back area to bring Huijsen in. And no, it's not going to be the likes of Gomez and Kwanzaa, which you'd think so. It seems to be, with reports right now, looking like Ibrahima Konate. Konate's contract runs out next summer, and he will eventually be able to talk to other clubs for free in January, just like Trent, just like Salah and Van Dijk did. This is a big problem, because if Konate doesn't sign a new contract, and we are not willing to pay him what he's asking for, or willing to tie him down for the future at Liverpool, then it gives us the problem of, do we sell him this summer to get some money back? Because if we don't sell him this summer, and we end up not tying him down to a contract, he's going for free next summer, like Trent Alexander-Arnold is. Huijsen's attracted many, many clubs across Europe, Real Madrid being one of them, Chelsea, Arsenal, Newcastle recently. But Liverpool need to focus on this area, and a player like Huijsen being available is an absolute must. I'm not saying we should be getting rid of Konate at all. That should not be happening. We should not have to be selling Konate to get Huijsen in. Huijsen should be coming in for a competition. Huijsen should be coming in for eventually to take over Van Dijk and then partner alongside Konate for the future years. That's what we should be doing. That is improving on the squad. That is building on success. Direct replacements for Konate for Huijsen is a no-go for me. Huijsen does have similar attributes to Virgil van Dijk, which means that he is the perfect replacement for him eventually. Things like the long ball situation, being good on the ball, his aerial threat, his ability to read the game. And only at 20 years old, he's got plenty of potential to get even better. And to have the season that he's had in the Premier League at such a young age speaks volumes of him. Now, will he get to the level of Virgil van Dijk? No one knows. But you've got to trust players' potential. You've got to see that potential in a player. And he's got bags of it. So how much will it cost to bring Huijsen to Liverpool? This is dependent on, again, if we buy Kerkez, then Bournemouth, are they willing to sell two players to Liverpool? That's a big question. And if they are so, they want a little bit more money back off their star players. These are their star players. You can't just go raid at one club and get their star players as easy as that. Huijsen market value is 42 million euros. But again, like I expected Kerkez to a little bit more in terms of the buying side of things, I expect Huijsen to be the same thing. Huijsen, for me, I think it will go around £60 million, especially when Chelsea are involved, Real Madrid are involved. They will throw money at it if they really are serious about him. Chelsea are currently the favourites for him because of the links with Caicedo, the agent links. But Liverpool have a big opportunity here to build on what they've already got there and really cement their centre-back pairing for the next 10 years. So the final player that Liverpool will be likely to sign this summer regarding sell to buy would be Hugo Ekitike. Ekitike has had a brilliant season for Eintracht Frankfurt in the Bundesliga, also played very, very well for French under-21s and scoring many, many goals for both sides as well. So in the Bundesliga, he has got 14 goals from 27 appearances, 5 assists with 1 yellow card to his name. In the Europa League, he's got 4 goals in 9 games as well. Ekitike is a very direct player. He likes to be on the ball, likes to hold the ball up, but he also likes to run in at players. He likes taking on players, likes dribbling. Pretty much like Diaz and Gakpo, but much more from a central area than the other two. Now, Alexander Isak is probably everyone's number one choice in this area. Myself, and I'm sure plenty of other Liverpool fans will be thinking Isak is the one for me. But Ekitike does have similar attributes to the Swedish striker. His ability to bring players in, his ability to hold on the ball, link with the wingers as well, and his certain direct ability to drive at players and create space for others is quite similar to Isak as well. However, Isak is probably the better finisher. He's probably the most clinical finisher. He's probably the one that has the eye for goal a little bit more. Hence why everyone's first choice would be Isak. But Ekitike wouldn't be a bad option to bring in. Now, the problem I have with this is the fact that if we keep someone like Jota, for example, Nunes is gone. We've got to, I think it's common knowledge now. Nunes has gone. But if we keep Jota around, I don't think Ekitike is a good enough signing for that position. And what I mean by this, I think Ekitike would be better coming in with another striker that can score goals, another striker that we can rely on to get those goals. Because Jota's availability is not something to rely on. And this season we're seeing with Diego Jota, normally Diego Jota is a bagsman. He's called Jota the Slaughter for a reason. And his ability to be clinical, his ability to score goals, important goals in times, has overshadowed his injuries. This season it hasn't. He's been very, very unreliable, not only off the pitch, but on the pitch. Personally, if I bring Yuga Ekitike to Liverpool, I would let Darwin Núñez and Diogo Jota go and bring Ekitike plus someone else. That's my personal opinion on the situation. Ekitike is still 22 years old, still got plenty of developing to do, still got bags of potential. But to bring him in as the main guy up front right now, I don't think it's the way to go. If he's brought in with another striker, Jota and Núñez leave, then I'm absolutely happy with that. He might prove me wrong. He might be an absolute bagsman when it comes to Liverpool. But I just think it's a lot of pressure to someone to be in that number 9 position. We've seen Núñez in that number 9 at Liverpool, and it's a lot of pressure, and you need to live up to the pressure. Can Ekitike live up to the pressure? He's certainly done it with France. He's certainly done it with Eintracht Frankfurt. Having lost Marmoush earlier on in the season, Ekitike is the main guy now for Eintracht Frankfurt to get the goals, but Liverpool's a different kettle of fish. The price of Ekitike could be a big one. There's reports around £80 million for his services, which then would also put a lot of people off. Let me know your players you want in the transfer window this summer for Liverpool in the comments. Thank you so much for everyone for watching. Make sure you get your notification bells on. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video as well. Thank you guys.